Okay, so you're moving to Hampton Roads and you think you understand the geography here. So you looked at a map, you saw 7 unique cities, and you figured you just close your eyes and pick one and you'd be fine. Well, friends, let me stop you right there. Hampton Roads is not like other metro areas. The cities here don't function like neighborhoods in a bigger city. They're independent cities. They're divided by water. They're connected by tunnels that will test your patience every single day if you choose to live on the wrong side. Hey friends, I'm Sonali Hutson, and I've been selling real estate in Hampton Roads for the past 10 years. I specialize in helping Christians move with clarity, protect their finances, and choose homes that align with their budget and their values. Now, I've seen people make decisions based on incomplete information and regret it less than 12 months later. So before you fall in love with the house or before you sign a lease, you need to understand how this region actually works. Now, by the end of this video, you're gonna know the 7 cities. You're gonna know the water divide, the tunnel reality, and the decisions that will either set you up for success or make you wanna move again within 2 months, okay? So let's start with the map that you think you actually understand. Okay, so Hampton Roads is 7 independent cities spread across 2 sides, the Peninsula and the South Side. And the water between them changes everything. You see, the Peninsula includes Newport News, Hampton, Poquoson, and stretches up toward Williamsburg and York County. Now, the South Side includes Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Portsmouth, and Suffolk. Now, these aren't suburbs of one big city. They're standalone cities with their own governments, their own school systems, their own tax rates, and their own unique personalities. And the James River, the Elizabeth River, and the Hampton Roads Harbor separate all the cities. Now, before 1957, crossing from the Peninsula to the South Side wasn't casual. It was a trip. The Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel changed that when it opened. It connected Newport News and Norfolk directly for the first time. But here's what that tunnel created. Y'all, a bottleneck. A daily test of your patience, okay? A traffic pattern that defines life here more than any other factor. Because now we have 4 major crossings. The Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, or the HRBT, on I-64. There's the Monitor Merrimack Memorial Bridge Tunnel on I-64, the Downtown Tunnel connecting Norfolk and Portsmouth, and the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel that connects Virginia Beach to the Eastern Shore. Now, these tunnels are critical infrastructure. They support the largest naval base in the world. They move freight to the 2nd largest seaport on the Atlantic coast, and they move over 100,000 vehicles a day on the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel alone. Friends, that's 30,000 more vehicles than it was designed to handle. So let me be very clear about what this means for you. If you live on the Peninsula and work on the South Side, or vice versa, your commute is not going to be what Google Maps tells you it's going to be. It's going to be longer, it's going to be unpredictable, and sometimes it can downright wear you out. See, I've had clients tell me that their co-workers on the Peninsula expect to be on the road 3 to 4 hours a day. Not because the distance is that far, but because the tunnel is the tunnel, okay? See, one of my clients did the Newport News to Norfolk commute for 2 years. On a perfect day, 45 minutes easy. Most days, an hour 15 minutes, hour 30 minutes even. Getting home during rush hour, 1.5 to 3 hours. Somebody has an accident, and that happens all the time. And my client was like, look, never again. And she's not alone. The number one regret I hear from buyers who move here without understanding the geography is, I bought on the wrong side of the water. And I'm like, I tried to tell you. So here's a rule that every local lives by. Pick a side, stay on it. Live and work on the same side. Some of us, like me, may be a bit more adventurous and enjoy the alone time in the traffic, but if that's not you, friends, listen, just pick a side, okay? Now, if you're military and you're stationed at Naval Station Norfolk, don't buy in Hampton because you think the houses are cheaper. Friends, you're gonna regret it, I promise you. If you work in Newport News Shipyard, don't rent in Virginia Beach because you want to be near the ocean front. Trust me, you're gonna hate the drive and getting trapped in the tunnel day after day. One of my friends works in Virginia Beach and lives in Newport News, and she complains about it every single week. Just don't do it. Now, let me show you a graphic of what the traffic actually looks like. Now, traffic starts building at the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel as early as 6:30 in the morning. By 7 a.m., you're looking at backups. By 8 a.m., it's stop and go. If there's rain, add another hour. If there's an accident, you might as well cancel Christmas. Cancel your morning. And here's the thing people don't realize, and they've lived here for over 6 months. It's not just the tunnel. It's the lead up. It's the merge. It's the fact that one fender bender on I-64 backs up traffic for miles because there's nowhere else for the traffic to go. Now, the good news is there's a light at the end of this tunnel. Literally, my friends. Are you ready for this? See, the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel expansion is the largest highway construction project in Virginia's Virginia's history. $3.9 billion. They're adding twin 2-lane board tunnels to double the capacity. When it's done, we'll have 8 lanes total, 4 in each direction. The substantial completion date is February 2027. There's an early incentive completion date of September of 2026, and the full project wraps up in August of 2027. So if you're moving here in 2026, you're still dealing with construction, lane closures, traffic shifts, delays, but by late 2027, this crossing will finally handle the volume that it's been carrying for decades. See, I told you it's a light at the end of the tunnel. That's going to change the calculation for cross-border living. But until then, friends, I need you to pick a side. Okay, now let's talk about the 7 cities themselves, because within the same side, the difference matters. Now, Virginia Beach is the most expensive city in our region, and it's the most popular. It's where everybody has heard of before. The median home price is around $417,000 right now. It's also the largest city by population. It's got the ocean front, it's got tourism, the resort area, and some of the best school districts in the state. If you want beach access, resort lifestyle, and you're okay with higher prices in summer tourist traffic, Virginia Beach is going to make perfect sense, but you're paying a premium, the proximity to the water. Now, I love Chesapeake. It's right behind Virginia Beach in price. Median home price is around $405,000. It's a family-oriented city with excellent schools, newer neighborhoods, and a suburban feel. It's quieter than Virginia Beach, less touristy, and more spread out. So if you want top-rated schools and a safe, stable neighborhood for your kids, Chesapeake is where you're going to want to focus. Just know that some parts of Chesapeake are far from everything. You'll drive 20 to 30 minutes to get to restaurants, shopping, or the beach, but it's the price you pay. Now, Suffolk is the largest city by land area, but one of the least expensive. Median home price is around $385,000. It's rural in some areas, suburban in other areas. You get more house and more land for your money, but you're definitely farther from the action. If you work on the peninsula or in the western part of the region, Suffolk can be a great value. If you work in Virginia Beach or Norfolk, that commute might be a little rough for you. Now, Norfolk is the urban core of the 757. Median home prices are around $340,000. It's home to Naval Station Norfolk, downtown Norfolk, Old Dominion University, and the waterfront. It's walkable in some areas. It has culture, restaurants, nightlife, but it also has older housing stock, more flooding risk, and more variability in school quality. So if you want an urban feel and you work on base or downtown, Norfolk can work. Just make sure you understand flood zones and school zoning lines. Now, Portsmouth is the most affordable city in the region. Median home prices are around $300,000. It's across from the Elizabeth River in Norfolk. It's less developed. Some areas are revitalizing, some aren't. If you're an investor or you're very budget conscious, Portsmouth can offer value, but most buyers I work with aren't targeting Portsmouth unless they have a specific reason. Now, Hampton is affordable and accessible. Median home prices are around $279,000. It's on the peninsula. It has a strong military presence, good access to I-64, and it's close to Newport News. The schools are decent. The neighborhoods are stable. If you work on the peninsula and you want affordability without sacrificing convenience, Hampton is going to be a solid choice for you. Now, Newport News is similar to Hampton in price. Median home price is around $285,000. It's home to Newport News Shipyard, one of the largest employers in the region. It's got a mix of military families, shipyard workers, and long-term residents. If you work at the shipyard or if you're stationed on the peninsula, Newport News might make sense for you. But if you work on the south side, don't even think about it, okay? Okay, here's the thing I want you to understand. Every single one of these cities has great neighborhoods and neighborhoods that you should avoid. The city name doesn't tell you everything, so stop listening to what you hear on the media. You have to dig deeper. You have to check school zoning lines. You have to check flood maps. You have to drive the commute during rush hour. You have to visit at night and listen for jet noise if you're near Oceana or Langley, because the right house in the wrong location will make you miserable. And I would rather talk you out of the wrong neighborhood than let you make a $400,000 mistake that you simply cannot undo. Friends, that is stewardship, and that's what I'm here for, to help you make the best decisions and be wise stewards over what the Lord has entrusted you with. So all you gotta do is stick with me. I got your back. Now let's talk about the cost of living, because this is where expectations and reality can collide and hit a big crash. Hampton Roads is more affordable than Northern Virginia. That's a fact. It's more affordable than the DC metro area. It's more affordable than California or Texas and some other places. But when you compare housing prices to local wages, it may not be as affordable as you might think it is. See, wages here are lower than Northern Virginia. So even though homes cost less, your buying power might not stretch as far as you expect. The regional median home price hit around $365,000 in mid-2025. That's come down slightly from from the peak, but that's still significantly higher than it was 5 years ago. If you're moving here from a high cost market, you'll feel like you're getting a deal. If you're moving here from a lower cost market or you're a first time buyer, you might feel priced out of the nicer area. For example, I work with many clients who are relocating here from North Carolina, and the sticker shock has caused some of them to want to stay put. I have a buyer right now that's like, Sonali, can you find me a house in North Carolina? See, the good news is there is a range. You can find homes in the high 200s. You can find homes over 500,000. It depends on the things that you're going to prioritize. Let me show you the price breakdown by city so you can see a little bit of the spread. Now, Virginia Beach and Chesapeake are at the top. Suffolk, Norfolk, Portsmouth, Hampton, and Newport News are more affordable. That $70,000 to $100,000 difference is significant when you're deciding where to focus your search. But here's what I tell every client. Don't just look at the price tag. Look at the total cost of ownership, property taxes, homeowners insurance, flood insurance if you're in a flood-prone area, HOA fees if you're in a neighborhood with a condo or an HOA association. Because friends, all of that's gonna add up. And in some cases, the cheaper house ends up costing you more because of hidden costs that you did not prepare for. That's why I always recommend working with a local agent who knows the little nuances about the Hampton Roads market. Someone like me who's gonna point out the flood zone before you fall in love with the house. Someone who's going to tell you that the school zoning line runs right through the neighborhood and your street is zoned for a different school than the one you researched. And to be honest, I've seen families buy without understanding those details and they instantly regret it. See, every single day I'm having conversations with people just like you who want to know if they should relocate to or from the Hampton Roads area. I love hearing from them and I would love to chat with you as well. If you want to connect, just shoot me a text at 757-837-0096. I would love to help you. You can also click the link in the description below to schedule a quick call because I'm here to help answer any questions you have. All right, friends, let's talk about timing because when you move here matters as much as where you move. See, spring is peak season, March to May. That's when military families are PCSing. That's when inventory increases. That's when competition is the highest. If you're buying in the spring, expect to move fast. Expect multiple offers. Expect to pay close to or above asking price in desirable areas. Now, summer is very high volume, June to August. Most moves in the US happen in these 3 months. Families want to be settled before school starts. Inventory is good, but competition is still going to be strong. Now, fall is going to be the sweet spot for buyers. September to about November, the PCS rush is over. Families who didn't sell in the spring or summer are still on the market. You may have more negotiating power. You'll see homes sit a little bit longer and you might get a little bit better of a deal. Now, winter is what I like to call the value season, December to about February. Inventory is lower, but so is competition. Sellers who list in winter are motivated to sell. They're not listing for fun, they need to sell, and that, my friends, will give you leverage. If you're military and you don't have a choice on timing, you work with what you got. But if you do have some flexibility, fall and winter are where your dollar might go further if you're looking to buy in Hampton Roads. Now, here's what I haven't talked about yet, and it's one of the most common surprises for people who move here: the military presence. I have said this in so many videos, and I will continue to let you guys know how important the military is to the Hampton Roads market. Not just because I want the military members to know how much we love and appreciate them, but if you're a civilian coming from an area with a small military footprint, you might be in for a culture shock. So let's get into it. Now, Hampton Roads is home to Naval Station Norfolk, the largest naval base in the world. We've got Langley Air Force Base, we've got the Coast Guard, we've got shipyards, we've got training facilities. That means you're going to see uniformed service members everywhere. You're going to hear jets. If you live in Oceana, you're going to hear F-18 Super Hornets taking off and landing at night, during training, and all summer long when the sun sets late. If you're not military and you've never lived near a base, this can be a shock for you. But the jet noise is real. Crash zones are real. In fact, depending on what city you move to, you'll sign an acknowledgement when you buy in certain areas that you understand that you're in an aircraft noise zone. Most people sign it and don't even think about it, and then they move in and they realize what that actually means is that it's noisy. So if you're touring homes near Oceana or Langley or the Fentress Outlying Airfield, visit at night. Go there at 8 or 9 p.m. on a weeknight and the summer. Stand outside and just listen. If that noise is going to bother you, don't buy there, because you can't undo that decision once you close, unless you want to sell your house. So here's the thing though, those of us who live here, we're used to it. And like I said in a different video, that jet noise is simply the sound of freedom. It's a small price to pay for the sacrifices that our military members make for us every single day. Okay friends, we've covered the geography, the cities, the cost, the tunnels, the military presence, and the timing. So let me just tie this all together with a beautiful bow for you guys. Hampton Roads is not one market. It's 7 independent cities separated by water, connected by tunnels, shaped by military presence, and divided by school quality and lifestyle. The right house in the wrong location will make you move again within 12 to 24 months. I've seen it happen over and over and over again. So before you buy, I want you to ask yourself a few questions. Which side of the water is your job on, or where will you be doing the most of your business? What does the commute look like at 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. on a random Tuesday? What school is the property zoned for if you have a family that are school age with children? What's the flood risk beyond the FEMA zones? And what's the noise situation at night? Now, if you can answer those questions honestly and you still love the location, you're making a smart buying decision. If you're guessing or assuming or hoping it's gonna be fine, friends, slow down. Do the research, drive the commute, visit at night, check the flood maps, talk to neighbors, because this is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. And I want you to get it right the first time. Now, understanding the region is only half the battle. You also need to know which specific mistakes cause buyers to regret their decision and move again within 12 to 24 months. I made a whole video breaking down the exact reasons that buyers end up moving again and again. The flood zone blindness, the cross-tunnel commute burnout, the school zone mismatch, and the lifestyle friction. So if you're serious about getting this decision right the first time, you're gonna need to watch that video next. It's called Why Hampton Roads Buyers End Up Moving Again, and the link is right here. Now, don't skip this video, y'all. I've seen too many families make mistakes that they could not undo, and I don't want that to be you. If you have any questions or if you need my help, all you have to do is get in touch. The best way to reach me is to text me, and that's at 757-837-0096. Friends, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you.